Hi guys, welcome back to Balls Fan TV, and today we're back with another video doing the match preview for tomorrow's game against Shelbourne in Talca Park. Looking to back up last week's win, of course, a much needed win, in a game where we looked at it going into it saying, when you look at the players that Sligo were missing, it's a game that we had to win and we got the job done. In the second half, our quality shined through, and that helped us get the win. And you've got to see the exact same here again against a tougher opponent. That you'd have to say, even though they've had a pretty mixed start to the season, Shells they've only won the same amount of games as us with 3, but they have only lost once. They got a few draws as well that in games that they probably would have wanted to win, against likes of Cork and all. So yeah, it will be a tough game. We know. Going to the league holders and away from home, it's never easy. That they are a tough side to play against. There's no doubt about it. They create a good atmosphere at Talca Park and in these sort of games, and they'll be up for it. But look, it's all about carrying on the good signs that we showed in the Sligo game, and getting finally to that level of consistency that we're all looking to get to. So yeah, in terms of my team, I don't think it'll change a whole lot really. I think you have to stick with that team from last week. If we're going to try and build some sort of consistency, I think it's important that we stick with the start 11 for now, and let it carry on, and let players gel, and we can hopefully get some runs, and get a run of wins together, and start climbing up the table. The only one that might be enforced is Alex Lacey coming out for he'll come out, and I think Lee Kavanagh might come in. I think he went off with an injury there on Friday, so I don't think he'll feature unless he's recovered during the week. So yeah, I think you'd have to keep the same team really. In midfield it looked more much more efficient with that. We mentioned it in the Galway game, how having McMahon's line a bit deeper, and allowing the Divide to push up, and Tierney as well. That really helped. I think that's really helped us in the last couple of games. We need to see that again. We said it in the reaction to the Sligo game, how good Rossi and Dawson were on the night, and we need to see that again from them. We need our quality players to be on song. And that goes for the rest of the team as well, of course. In games like this, in tight games, we're going to need that little man with the quality to get us over the line, and those are the sort of players that they're the sort of players that can offer that. But look, on the game really, like I said, I'm expecting it to be they'll try and make it difficult for us. I'm expecting a tough atmosphere, but look, our record in Talca Park is actually quite good when you look at it. You think back to the 2 games we had there last year. We won 2-1 in a game where it was we had to fight hard to get the win. We scored from 2 set pieces. Flores with the penalty, and then with the header from the corner. But we rided that result out very well, and then when you think back to the second game there, and I think it was back in August last year, the 0-0 draw, where we were actually the much better team on the night. We dominated that whole game pretty much in the second half as well. We were knocking on the door, and we probably could have got the win that night if we just had a bit more cutting edge about us. But hopefully that game on Friday proved now that that cutting edge is there now to go into this game and try and get the win. It won't be easy, of course, but look, I think if we battle hard, be good at the back, I suppose that's probably one little concern, maybe, that we're still a little bit leaky at the back. We conceded 2 soft enough goals last week from out of nowhere, really. Through a true ball for the first goal, and then ball over the top where Casper probably doesn't need to come out there, and there were 2 goals that we probably could have avoided. But I think going forward we saw much more encouraging signs of some real quality. Look at the goals that we scored as well. Some of them were very well worked. That little bit of magic from Dawson as well to get the 4th. So yeah, we need to see all that again. We want to get another good result here. I think we can do that. I'd probably be happy enough for the point. It's never a bad result when you go to the current league holders and get a point. I'd probably take that. So I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw, but I wouldn't be ruling this out for a win. Like I said, our record here is pretty good. We have that bit of confidence behind us now after last week's result. It's just about carrying that on now. And then we're getting a run of results together. Sticking with the same starting 11, like I said, letting that build a little bit more, and then hopefully we can find some consistency in that way. So yeah, that's where I'll end it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you think ahead of the game, or score predictions, and I'll see you for the reaction the day after. Bye bye.